The mother of a man from County Durham who died in France has held a silent protest outside the Foreign Office to raise awareness of her campaign calling for a new investigation into her son's death.
Andrew Watt died in northwest France in 2010. His mother, Julie, believes there were suspicious circumstances and she wants the government here to put pressure on the French authorities to reopen the inquiry.
In a moment, we'll be speaking to Julie in London. But first, Hannah McNulty looks back at the case.
Alone on a pavement outside the Foreign Office, Julie Sheppard says she feels abandoned as she searches for answers about her son's death. All this week she's staging a sit-in and has handed in a letter asking Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson to launch a full investigation with French authorities. It's nearly 7 years since Andrew Watt died. The 31-year-old's body was found on this quiet lane in the French countryside. His death was ruled as heart failure, attributed to the medication he was taking for mental health issues. His body was returned to the UK with some of its organs missing, and in 2011, French authorities closed the investigation, saying no offence had been committed. In June 2015, a coroner in the UK recorded an open verdict at the inquest into his death, saying there was no clear indication what happened to him in the hours before he died. But today, the Foreign Office told us while their thoughts remain with Andrew's family, it wouldn't be getting involved in the case. The investigation into his death is a matter for the French authorities because we cannot interfere in the legal and judicial proceedings of another country, just as we would not allow them to interfere in the UK, it told us in a statement. Julie, though, says she's not happy with the investigation or the outcomes and will continue to protest until she gets help. Hannah McNulty, ITV News.
Well, earlier I spoke to Andrew's mother, Julie Sheppard. I began by asking her what she hoped to achieve from her protest.
Well, basically, to force an investigation into Andrew's death, particularly the day that he died, which was the 7th of September 2010, to hopefully have some British police working with the gendarmes out there, French-speaking British police, so that they can respond to door-to-door investigation, something that wasn't done at the time. I know we're 7 years down the line, but I feel that, we need to do something.
In those 7 years, there has been an inquest. The French police say the case is now closed as far as they're concerned. How hopeful are you that you will find the answers that you're trying to find?
Well, I have to be hopeful because I don't think, you start something like this if you haven't got the hope that, there's a chance that it can work. And I can't live with myself as a mum not doing this to find out what happened to Andrew, because Andrew was the oldest of 5 and I want to do it for everyone. You've
handed your letter to Boris Johnson. What's the response been from the Foreign Office?
Nothing as yet. I handed the letter in yesterday, and also my husband Les has written his own personal letter. So, but nothing as yet. But I'll be here all week, and I'll be back after the Easter weekend as well. So we can just wait and hope that we do get a response, and a response that we want.
And if this doesn't bring the answers that you want, Julie, what will you do next? What's left for you?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, one of the things is to go out to France and, campaign and fight out there on our own. We have nothing left financially, so it basically means that we would have to basically go out there and knock on doors, and that is potentially a very different ball game out there.
Difficult and perhaps very tough for you as well, Julie. Very
yes,
best of luck with
yes.
your campaign. Thank you for joining us.